Good morning. How's everyone doing? This is Team U-Turn coming to you to talk to you today again. Something that came on my heart this morning was when I woke up was um, the words proactive and reactive. Um, Proactive and reactive. I wanted to talk about being proactive. Being proactive means that you kind of work on putting a fire out before the fire happens. I think that's probably one of the best examples that I can give you. Doing something about something before it becomes a massive problem. And when that comes to mind, I think about all the violence that's going on in the communities. I think about children failing in school, like when they fail, rushing up to the school. My child has gotten an F, or like when a relationship falls apart. Let's go to counseling. We got to go to counseling as opposed to putting in the work at the initial stages and during the relationship. Now we know that nothing is perfect, and there is nothing that you can do to stop all disasters. However, there are things that you can do so that you're not always rushing to the scene of a disaster when you could have put in work so that the disaster could have not happened. So I just want to encourage us to learn to be proactive. Let's not always rush to a cause when things fall apart. Let's start to support our children before they get in trouble. Let's start to support our communities before they get in trouble. We know the trouble that our communities are in. We know the trouble that our children are in. We know the trouble that our relationships are in. If the relationship is getting a little rocky, put some work in before it gets on the rocks. As a matter of fact, when you start relationships, start putting in the work. Communicate, talk. We have to be more proactive. Gathering when tragedy happens and supporting people is a wonderful thing, and we should do that. We should absolutely not stop supporting people when things go wrong, when tragedy happens. However, we must learn to be more proactive. This summer, an organization that I work with, Nobel Neighbors, has organized vigils, and we have vigils when things happen, like when people get killed or attacked. However, we've been doing a lot of work that is proactive, like we've been gathering and singing and praying on corners that are known hotspots before the weather actually got bad. So what it does is brings attention to the areas, but it's proactivity before something happens. We have to be proactive. So that's the U-turn message for today, for this morning. Look at your life. I mean, look at your children, look at your relationships, look at your family, and say, what can I be proactive in? What fire can I put out before it becomes a fire? What kind of work can I put in before the relationship falls apart? What do I need to do so that things go a smoother course and I'm not always rushing to the aid of something when there's an explosion? So that's the U-turn message for today. Please forgive my hair. It's standing up over the place, but hey, it's what it is. So so you can turn it around with proactivity. Be proactive in your life. Be proactive in your work. Be proactive in your relationships. And we can turn everything around. We can turn this violence around. We can turn these bad relationships around if only we put in the work ahead of time. That is Team U-Turn's message for the day. Have a productive Friday and see what things you can do before they become mountains. Peace out.